Hello everyone, this is Clausius and I'm back with another Go video for our May class for 2020. And big thanks to the Patreon students who helped make this series possible. If you're interested in that, you can check that out, patreon.com/Clausius. But for now, let's go ahead and talk about some more stuff for this opening. So one thing I want to mention is some people might try to be clever and play like here. And I want to talk about a little bit about how to deal with this. I think there's a lot of variations in here that you can learn, but like I've said in previous videos, I think the simple answer, the easiest to use answer is the better answer. Of course, you want to be powerful and stuff, but you also want to simplify the game for yourself. You want to make it complicated for your opponent, but simple for you. I think the response I recommend for this move is going to be here, this Hane right here, and then when they back off, you just descend down. This keeps their base, keeps your corner secure and very easy to utilize, and doesn't lead for a lot of options for mistakes. If they play here, I do recommend playing this Nobi, because if they get this Atari, it does give them a lot of presence in the center, and it's not like they've settled yet because of this underpeep. And now let's say they jump, play an extension over here to try and make this combination. I think this is actually okay for you, and I don't think it's bad for you at all. And from here, black can take Sente and go somewhere else. Locally, black can still invade here, and black can still invade here, so it's not like white has a perfect position. And also, black still has a lot of points in the corner. He's very safe right here as well. And if there's something over here, then black can easily still settle very easily right here. So there's a lot of options for black. So I think this is going to be the simplest answer, and also creates a situation that you can easily have a strong position in, and your opponent still has a lot of openings for you to potentially utilize in the future. A little bit about this variation. I think a lot of people know this, maybe some people don't. But the answer to this is here, and your options are either a Nobi or a wedge. For the wedge, you do need two ladders. The first ladder is going to be... Actually, let's take Tari here and then here. This is the first ladder, and the second ladder is here. That is the second ladder. You do need both ladders to be able to play this way. If you don't have the ladders, then the response is here, and this is pretty easy enough to utilize. You just do this, and then here. Let's see. I know there's a variation on another position where this is actually a little bit of a trick, but I don't think I'm not sure if it applies here or not. Yeah, so I think it's here actually. So this is actually a little bit of a trick that if you play here and I play here, black has been tricked, and then you can play here, and there's a double Atari, so you have to fix the double Atari, and then you get cut off. And if you try to connect, there's a double Atari and destroys the corner. All right, so this is kind of a trick that many of you actually might not know about. But first off, learn the side Joseki here, and then the clamp, and then your opponent probably fixes, and then you connect under. That's the normal thing. But there's actually a trick right here. When I say trick, it's more like an exchange. It's just a free exchange that white gets, and the response to it is here. And then your opponent can play, you play, he plays, you play, and this is pretty much locally how your opponent can build up some thickness. So this is like the better move to play. But if you don't know how to respond to it, you can easily get tricked. So that's why I say trick, but it's not a trick move. It's just a free exchange for white. So this is important to remember, that this move exists, and the response to it is here. If you don't remember to play this move, that's fine. I'm mostly talking for black right now. But if your opponent does play it, it is important to remember the response is here. Otherwise, you'll get in all sorts of trouble. All right, so again, the response to this move is... my response to this move is the Hane. There are some other options you can consider, like this or something. I don't think there's any other complications. Maybe they can go here. How would I handle this? A simple way to handle this would be to go here, and then you get a big corner, they get a ladder, but then you get a ladder breaker. That's not a ladder breaker. You get a lot of stuff, actually. You could start a fight here and then potentially get a ladder breaker while you're running away, and then get to fight or whatever. It becomes a lot more complicated, but it should be hopefully not too difficult for you to use. There's a lot of stuff your opponent might try. I'm really not sure what your opponent will try. If you're determined to keep it simple, you can do this, but I feel like this is a little bit slack. and then maybe you can pincer something. And this just goes into hypothesis territory where it's local, depending on what you want to do. You want to read it out. But my response generally is here, and the response typically for white is here, and then you just snowy down. For this one, it can get a little complicated, and if you want to keep it simple, you can just play this. And that would keep it simple. If you really want the outside, you could try to threaten here, but I don't know if I recommend this. But this is another option to consider, and if your opponent does that, then that's just a good exchange for you. But anyway, the response I recommend is here, and when they note back, you go here. Anything, if they do something weird, then you're going to have to do some reading, because I'm not sure what your opponent's going to do. But that's the ideas. Normally they do this, and then play this exchange. It's kind of a Joseki here. And then they do that. And again here, need both ladders. If you don't have ladders, you can just go here. And then the last thing is just, if they play this move, no be down. Alright, hopefully you guys found this video helpful. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. But as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.